This is Appalling News, your most trusted source for fake real news. I'm Paul Chatto. The UK is dealing with the crime of the century, fly tipping on a massive scale conducted by organized crime. Recently, images of a massive illegal dumping site in Oxfordshire has galvanized people around the world. The question we all have: how does one dump hundreds of tons of garbage that spans 60 meters long, 15 meters wide, and 10 meters deep? Or, for you Americans, 200 feet by 50 feet by 33 feet without anyone noticing? Especially when you consider if you raise the Union Jack in Birmingham, the UK Constabulary will have you arrested within minutes. Many commentators have pointed out the hidden nature of the area as it is surrounded by trees, but excavators were required to clear the sizable area, as you can see in this before and after satellite image, and they are not known for being very quiet, nor are the trash lorries to haul all this waste. But first, where did the term fly tipper originate? It was derived from the verb tip, meaning to throw out of a vehicle, and on the fly, meaning done as one goes. Essentially, a bloke in the back of a lorry yelling, "Margaret, keep driving, don't stop!" But, of course, the Oxfordshire dump is on a massively larger scale, and it took only 3 months to reach this volume. Now, this is not new. The UK is littered with illegal dump sites such as Frogmore Cottage, where Prince Harry and Meghan Markle used to reside. A huge pile of illegal dumped commercial waste was left in Hodeswood, Kent, over a number of years. The appeal to organized crime is that it's a low-risk opportunity to make large sums of money where there is little chance of criminals being brought to justice, which is a perfect segue to our sponsor, Cray Twins Rubbish Removal. If you're in the UK and you have objects that require permits and proper safe disposal that will cost you a fortune, stop drowning in British bureaucratic red tape and call the Cray Twins Rubbish Removal. Give us your cash and we'll take your trash. Once you're a client for life. The estimated cost for cleaning up the mess is £25 million. It seems that no one at Oxfordshire has been caught red-handed because the Churwell District Council, the police, the Department for Environmental, Food and Rural Affairs, the landowner, and the Environmental Agency are too busy arguing amongst themselves as to who needs to take responsibility. Of course, political parties point fingers over whose past policies are to blame, while the waste remains a significant environmental threat. We have a great idea. Pull one of your constables off of social media hate crime duty and have them actually wait until a trash lorry shows up. If the criminals spot the police, we can't imagine much in the way of a high-speed chase along the A34. We do have advice for the criminals involved in this activity. Just include immigrant grooming gangs and the police will ignore your activities for several decades. Well, who knew? But it looks like teenage binge drinkers earn more money and success later in life. Recent studies have shown that heavy boozing during one's youth could improve one's chance of success, according to Norwegian sociologist Willy Pedersen of the University of Oslo, who argues that communal drinking when young could help ease inhibitions by acting as a social lubricant. To prove that liquor can help grease the wheel of fortune, the professor and his colleagues spent 18 years monitoring the drinking habits of more than 3,000 Norwegians from the age of 13 to 31. Wouldn't it be just like a Norwegian to create a study that requires them to drink heavily on the job? We also wonder how transferable this study is, as Norwegians are traditionally low-key. Who knows what would happen to the Norwegian birth rate without getting pre-lubricated by a healthy dose of aquavit that is also used to immobilize reindeer. Unfortunately, for you solo drinkers, Pedersen warns drinking alone will not make you more successful. However, Linda Granlund, the Director of Public Health at the Norwegian government's Directorate of Health, who was not involved in the research, said that consuming even small amounts of alcohol could negatively impact people's health. Thank you, Linda, for being such a buzzkill. Maybe that's why you weren't invited to help with the research. And finally, Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey, Democrat, appointed Giselle Bird, a trans-identifying man, to the Massachusetts Commission on the Status of Women, which advises on policy to improve opportunities for women. The commission, dedicated to advancing the rights of women and girls, stated, "Our commission exists to protect women and girls no matter what gender identity they were provided at birth. We have a strong track record of fighting for the women and girls here in Massachusetts. It's a voluntary role, as is Bird's choice of being female." Governor Healey also announced that she, they, it will be appointing Hassan Piker to the Animal Rescue League of Boston. But congratulations to Giselle Bird, because, as we always say here at Appalling News, men make the best women. This is Appalling News, and that's the way it is.